Hey, and welcome to Destroy All Movies. This is your old pal Jim.
And Carl's here.
And Carl. Richie had a work thing, but he'll be on next week's episode.
He could have just told work he has a nerd thing.
That's right, he could have. Where next week we'll be doing the fantastic Apple TV Plus movie, John Krasinski in Fountain of Youth. And it's not at all a ripoff of Raiders of the Lost Ark. That's all I got to say.
It's more Last Crusade.
It's a mix of a lot of things. Because
we'll talk about that.
We'll
later.
talk about that next week.
Yep.
All right. This week, what are we going to do, Carl?
Top 5 heist movies.
That's right. Our top 5 heist movies. We will speak on those. I've got 5 honorable mentions. There's too many to count.
I made a big list.
All right, I got my 5, and I'm going to go with that 5. I'm not going to alter it, depending on what you say. So if you pick the same one I do, hey, great minds. That's all I got to say. I just wanted to do a quick note about Rogue One. Not Rogue One.
Oh, you just spoiled your pick.
No. Andor.
Yeah.
I finished Andor, and he really stuck the landing on it.
So good.
It was so much so that I watched Rogue One right after Andor.
It flows right in.
Exactly. I mean, I couldn't believe how seamless it was. And the fact that in Rogue One, he goes to meet that informant, that Saw Gerrera guy informant in the very beginning. And the guy says Urso, and he goes Galen Urso. It's like now you understand how he knows that name.
Right.
Was in it. Yeah, it's just it was the last 3 episodes. You know he makes it, but he puts everyone else in peril in the and it really made it incredibly tense.
Yeah. Well, not everyone makes it.
Yeah, exactly.
But Mon Mothra, and he's going to make it.
And he makes it. But it was quite exciting, and I loved it. It was interesting. I saw an interview with Tony Gilroy, and he was talking about when they came to him to do the Andor series, what they were originally intending was it was going to be like a mission of the week. Him and K2SO going off on a mission, and it was going to be like that. Not a continuing story, but just one-offs. Mm-hmm. And Tony Gilroy told him, because you're going to run out of runway really fast with that. He said, what are you going to do? You're going to go off? K2SO can't go anywhere. He's highly recognizable. You can't disguise it. He's too big. He said, so every week he's going to stay with the ship? He said, you're going to run out of story. And so that's when he pitched them his vision of what it should be.
Well, good job, sir.
Yeah.
He's a smart dude and talented.
Yeah, so kudos to Tony Gilroy and to the entire cast and the other writers and everyone involved.
His brother Dan Gilroy also had a big part.
Yep. Excellent. Just an excellent job. It has become my favorite Star Wars.
Over all the movies?
Oh, well, yeah. Like,
whoa.
As a whole, I can watch the series and Rogue One over and over again now.
Wow.
I really enjoyed not having Jedi around. But they pulled out May the Force be with you a couple of times at the end,
Yeah.
They threw a little Force stuff in there.
That's just a kind greeting.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Just a touch. I felt I really liked these characters, and I really liked the Star Wars for adults.
Yeah. Oh, I got you. Top 5.
All right, well, let's get into our top 5 then. Top 5 heist movies. I'm going to go first. I'm going to go first because it's Rogue One.
Yeah, I figured you were going.
Rogue One is my number 5 heist movie. And
it counts.
Yep, it's a heist. They have to go steal the Death Star plans and get them to the rebels. We've talked a lot about it. I'm just saying I appreciated Rogue One more after watching the 2 seasons of Andor.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciated it more and I fell in love with it more. It is becoming one of my favorite Star Wars films.
It's in my top 5 for sure.
Yeah. You know, beyond the the original trilogy.
It might be in my top 3, honestly.
You know, I can put this ahead of Jedi.
Yeah, I could too.
Yeah, but Rogue One, Death Star heist, getting down there, all the characters, you know, the tense, the tension, and
that's great.
Then throwing a little Darth Vader at the end, little.
Best Vader ever. Just terrorizing people.
And you got Krennic in there with his deep. Oh, what the hell? It's currently becoming like a meme of that line of deep substrate foliated calcite. Everyone talks about saying that line. Deep substrate foliated calcite. And
I went to a party a couple weeks ago, and everyone kept saying, "I know people everywhere."
Yeah, I have friends everywhere.
And my friend was like, "What are they saying?" I'm like, "Oh, that's Andor." I know people everywhere.
It's funny. The one that the actress that played Dedra, the ISB agent.
Yummy.
And she said when Krennic does that move when he's questioning her and puts his finger on her head, she was not expecting that. That was a thing he just did in the moment, and she thought it was brilliant. She said, because she just rolled with it, you know.
Great actor.
Yeah.
He's proven himself. He's awesome.
Yeah, so once again, Rogue One, my number 5 heist movie. Rogue One, of course, was... What year was Rogue One? 2016.
Sounds about right. I'm going to try to go with all great movies, but maybe not seen enough. So, Triple Frontier.
Triple Frontier? I've never heard of it.
It's awesome.
Tell me of this movie.
It's on Netflix. It stars Ben Affleck. It's a heist. Well, it stars Ben Affleck and a lot of good actors. It's super fun and violent.
So, like, what
do you
have any information about this movie but that?
They do a heist in South America somewhere. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I really enjoyed it.
Okay, well, what's the name of it?
Triple Frontier. It stars another really famous actor right now. Oh man,
it's got Charlie Hunnam in it, and Oscar Isaac.
Yeah, Oscar Isaac and
Pedro Pascal.
It's a badass movie.
All right, that movie was 2019.
That sounds about right.
Triple Frontier. Private Military Advisor Santiago Garcia.
Wait, there's no way he's Santiago. That's Charlie Hunnam, I think.
Wikipedia has it as a 2019 American action-adventure film starring blah, 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 as a group of former U.S. Army Delta Force operators who reunite to plan a heist of South American crime lord Gabriel Martin Lorea.
Mm-hmm. While he's at church. Oh, good stuff.
All right.
Good. I think it's exclusively Netflix, I think.
Was this? Yes, it was a Netflix original.
I love it.
All right. My number 4. was from 2015. It's a Marvel movie, Ant-Man.
You okay? They do use his powers to pull a heist. Yeah.
Yes, they pull a heist at the end to try to steal the Yellow Jacket outfit.
Not on my list.
From the evil Benjamin Cross. Or
I don't know if that's
Benjamin
cheating.
Cross?
No, it's okay. No, that's good.
Darren Cross. I'm sorry. Darren Cross. Yes, there are a couple of heists in this movie, as a matter of fact, but culminating in the big one at the end. And you're introduced to Paul Rudd as Ant-Man and his crew. Why am I drawing a blank on Michael Pena, of course.
Oh, yeah, Pena. Yeah.
And Dave Dalmatian plays the Russian guy. What?
Just that was a weird choice, but I like it.
Baba Yaga. That's actually from Ant-Man too. But yeah, it had Evangeline Lilly, Corey Stoll as the evil Darren Cross, and of course Michael Douglas as Hank Pym.
Briefly, right? Just at the end?
No, he's all the way through it.
Oh, yeah, he was. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, that is my number 4. Carl, what is your number 4?
4, I'm going to go with maybe younger people who haven't seen it.
Which is?
A Fish Called Wanda.
Yes, I remember that movie well.
It's damn hilarious.
It is. It, of course.
And it's a total heist movie.
It's a heist, another heist comedy, like Ant-Man basically was.
Written by John Cleese
and starring John Cleese. And, of course, Jamie Lee Curtis, Kevin Kline, and Michael Palin, of course.
And I love Michael Palin the most. But Kevin Kline just steals everything. Every second he's in the movie, he's hilarious.
Yep.
But it is a heist movie. It's all about a heist.
Yeah, Kevin Kline used to be big until the Wild Wild West killed his career.
Did it? Wild Wild West did?
I don't know. I don't remember him doing very big parts after that. I loved him in Silverado.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah. So yes, it was quite funny. That movie came out in 1988. 1988.
Yeah, I love it. Still, it holds up. Give it a watch.
Well, check this out. It was budgeted at $7.5 million and made $188.6 million.
Oh, yeah.
Huge hit.
That's enormous.
Yeah. It was directed by Charles Crichton.
And Kline won an Oscar, I believe.
Yeah, everyone was great. Everyone was great in it. Everyone was great. Everyone was funny. But like you said, Michael Palin, I love Michael Palin in anything.
He's my favorite Python.
I watched both of his documentary series, Travelogue.
The travel ones.
Yeah, the Around the World in 80 Days and Pole to Pole, where he went from the North Pole to the South Pole, and enjoyed every episode.
I should watch that.
All right, time for number 3s. Number 3. What could it be? What could it be? Mine goes way back to 1992.
Whoa.
Sneakers.
Oh, yeah. It's on my list.
Starring Robert Redford with Dan Aykroyd, Ben Kingsley, Mary McDonald, River Phoenix, and Sidney Poitier, and David Strathairn.
Sure.
Yeah, this movie surprised me when it came out. I wasn't expecting much out of it, but I loved every bit of it. It's basically Robert Redford plays a former hacker in the early days of computers, who him and Ben Kingsley are friends, and they're both hacking, and the FBI comes in.
It's like Jobs and Wozniak.
Yeah, exactly. Only Wozniak gets nicked by the FBI.
Yeah.
And Robert Redford then goes on the lam and changes his identity, and they run a security company that breaks into things into systems and buildings to show their weaknesses.
What a fun movie. It's so much fun.
It is.
Never takes itself seriously.
And it has the great Stephen Tobolowsky in it.
Yeah. Passport.
My name is my passport. Verify me. So I advise anyone to look this movie up. It still, if you watch it, it still holds up. I
second that completely.
This also was a fair-sized hit. It had a budget of $23 million and made $105.2 million.
Wow, I didn't think that. Okay. I got number 3 that if you haven't seen, you should. Hell or High Water. It's, oh shit, now I'm forgetting that too.
It's got Jeff Bridges. It's got Chris Pine. It's got Ben Foster.
Ben Foster. He's amazing in this.
You don't see Ben Foster much, but he had a string of movies where he was just great in every one.
He shows up, it's good, man.
Yeah.
310 to Yuma. But I don't think he ever plays a good guy.
Well, he doesn't always play a bad guy, but he always plays a strange guy.
Yeah, always strange.
Yeah. Yes, of course, this movie came out in 2016. 2016. Oh. And it is a neo-Western crime drama. Follows 2 brothers, Chris Pine and Ben Foster, who carry out a series of bank robberies to save their family ranch, while being pursued by 2 Texas Rangers, Jeff Bridges and Gil Bingham.
So good.
Birmingham. Yeah, Birmingham is his name. I got it eventually.
Written and directed by Taylor, what's his face?
Taylor Sheridan.
Who's very popular now.
One of the producers was Peter Berg.
Oh, really? Cool.
He's done many 30 for 30 productions on ESPN.
And some good movies, some not so good.
Such as Battleship.
Yeah, Battleship.
I'm sorry, Peter. You put out some good work, and you're a good actor. I like you in the acting department too, but Battleship, that wasn't so good.
That was a paycheck all day.
Yeah. So this movie had a budget of $12 million, but only brought in $37.9 million.
Yeah, I think it made its way on streaming, which I don't even know what that means anymore, but box office probably not much. Yeah.
But Rotten Tomatoes, based on 288 reviews, 97% positive.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, so it was critically praised, but the audience didn't go for it.
So watchable.
All right, we're down to the last 2. A movie I've seen recently. I just showed my wife this movie. The Score, 2001. Robert De Niro, Ed Norton, Angela Bassett, and Marlon Brando.
That was my next pick because it's also underseen and really great.
Yeah, it is. It's just terrific. And directed by Frank Oz, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Who did not get along with Marlon Brando.
No,
they wrestled.
Who does?
Yeah, they wrestled. They said, in fact, at the end, the very end of the movie, where the shot is tied on Marlon Brando's face, they asked him to smile, and he refused to do it. He sat and he refused to smile, so they digitally made him smile.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it's a weird. If you look at it, it looks a little weird. Because it's just his lips curling up. And it was a dude.
So Frank Oz is like, fuck you, I'm going to make you smile.
Yeah. So Robert De Niro, excellent in it, as always. Ed Norton, excellent in it, as always.
Yeah.
And it's Robert De Niro plays a safecracker who is going to go after this jewel-encrusted scepter in the Montreal customs office in this safe. And What's interesting about this movie is they did a whole episode of Mythbusters based on this movie, where they tried to duplicate his safe the way he opened that safe.
Dumping the water into it.
Yep. And the thing is, that worked. It blew the door off of it and also destroyed everything in the safe.
Yeah. But if there was a jewel-encrusted scepter,
no, they put a jewel-encrusted scepter in it. It
destroyed that too.
In that case that was within the safe. Yes, it got destroyed as well.
My next door neighbor is named Danny. Yeah. It's a deep cut into this movie.
Yeah.
But every time I see him, I just say, "Hi, Danny. Hi, Danny."
Yeah, it was all a terrific movie. Watched it recently, and it's still terrific.
Yeah, I kind of want to watch it again.
I recommend it.
So another big one that not enough people saw, Logan Lucky.
Oh, Logan Lucky. I saw that movie.
I don't think enough people
I think we reviewed it.
Oh, we did?
I think
it's fantastic.
So. I think we reviewed it on Destroy All Movies. Logan Lucky, of course, this 2017 film starring Channing Tatum, Adam Driver, Seth MacFarlane, Riley Keough, Katie Holmes, Dwight Yoakam, Sebastian Stan. Boy,
it's so much fun. I forgot
how many people were in this movie. Jack Quaid, Ryan Gleason, Hilary Swank, Daniel Craig, of course. Yeah.
Directed
by Steven Soderbergh. Based on a screenplay written by his wife, Jules Asner. He came out of retirement to direct this film.
It's so much fun. It's hilarious and it's exciting. It's a great movie.
Yeah, and of course, this is where they're going to try to rob all the money from a NASCAR event. And this film had a $29 million budget and only made $48.5 million. It was not a big hit, but well worth the watch. And absolutely funny.
Especially Daniel Craig.
Yeah, it was the first time I saw him
being Bond.
Yeah, not being Bond.
It was Layer Cake before that.
Yeah, and it's a complete, a completely different character. Much like
he digs right in.
His
Knives Out guy.
Knives Out character.
Yeah.
All right, it's time for number one. My number one is, of course, one of my favorite films of all time, 1996, Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible, huh? Okay.
Mission Impossible is nothing but heist. The first one, the breaking into the CIA,
it's awesome.
It's an awesome heist scene.
The drop of sweat is classic.
And it had stunts, but not over the top stunts.
The train at the end is a little over the top.
Yeah, but that wasn't a stunt where you would say, "Oh, look, Tom Cruise is doing his own stunt." It was kind of, some of it was a CG, like him exploding off of the helicopter and stuff. Yeah, Tom Cruise. This movie,
I bet it made a shit ton of money.
Let's see, Mission Impossible. What was it? It doesn't. Oh, this is the film series. Hold on. Mission Impossible.
I had my ticket.
Where the heck? Mission Impossible. Where the hell is the box office?
I saw it in the theaters at least once, maybe twice.
Hold on. Give me 1 second and talk about Mission Impossible.
Well, it's really well directed and written. Brian De Palma coming off of Untouchables, I think it's a really great movie.
Yeah, I think of all the Mission Impossible films,
they're all fun, but this is actually the most important one.
Yeah, this is the most important one, and it's also my favorite of all of them. The stunts
They're all
got bigger, and the things got better, productions got better. But I fell in love with this movie. I thought this was terrific. $80 million budget, and it made $457.7 million.
Wow.
I remember people talking about this movie and saying, "Oh, the plot, it's confusing. The plot is confusing." And I'm sitting there and I've watched this movie a million times and I'm going, "What's confusing about it? I don't understand what is their hard time with this movie?" It seems pretty straightforward.
It absolutely is. Get Ving Rhames coming off of Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. They said
John Emilio Estevez
John Voight, Emilio Estevez. Yeah.
How did that turn out for him?
It didn't turn out good for him. Vanessa Redgrave, Kristen Scott Thomas, Jean Reno, The Professional.
Oh, yeah. He's good.
Yeah. Terrific movie. One of my favorite. I thought I just get excited hearing the Mission Impossible theme.
The guy that wrote the Mission Impossible theme, I just read today, just passed away. He just passed away.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
The original theme?
Yeah. I don't remember his name, but I just read it today.
Yeah, and it was redone for this movie.
U2?
Huh? Well, the score was by Danny Elfman, but I'm not sure he did the song.
I think it's U2.
I don't think, was it U2?
That might be MI2.
Yeah, I think that's MI2. No, because I remember watching Professor Rock where he was talking about it, and they were talking about someone who said they wanted to keep the same flavor as the original, just updated a little, and it was, I think, quite good.
Yeah, it's Elfman. Love that guy.
All right, that's my number one, Mission Impossible.
I'm looking at my list. I'm going to have to go with The Town.
The Town, another Ben Affleck movie.
I got two Afflecks. Whoa.
Wow. Ben Affleck starring and directing. Didn't he direct this?
Yeah, he did.
2010 film, directed by Ben Affleck, starring Ben Affleck, Rebecca Hall, John Hamm, Jeremy Renner, Blake Lively, Titus Welliver, Pete Postlethwaite, who, of course, was in The Usual Suspects.
Kobayashi.
He was Kobayashi in The Usual Suspects. And Chris Cooper.
Yeah. The father. Oh, he's such an asshole in this movie.
Yeah, that's a 2010 film. It had a budget of $37 million, made $154 million, so a modest hit.
Not shabby.
Yeah. And the thing is, I enjoy Ben Affleck as a director.
I do too. I got no problem with the dude.
Yeah. I think he's directed a fine set of films. I
got no problem with Affleck.
Yeah, because, what's that one? Won an Oscar, for goodness sake. Argo. Argo, fuck yourself. Excellent. Another excellent movie. Not a heist movie. But, yeah.
Well, they sort of stole people out of the Middle East.
Where basically
it's
Ben
not
Affleck, Jeremy Renner, they play bank robbers.
Yeah, and
much like Logan Lucky,
spoil?
Much like Logan Lucky, they are robbing a sports venue.
Yeah, a bigger one than Logan Lucky.
Yeah, Fenway Park.
I don't know if it's bigger, but a more important one at least. Are we spoiling?
What? Well, it's in the synopsis.
There's a death in the movie.
Oh, are we going to spoil it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
It's like the most dead body I've ever seen in a movie.
What do you mean by that?
It's the most realistically dead body.
Oh, the most realistically dead body.
When he gets shot in the face, and I don't know, it always just hits me. I'm like, that looks real.
Yeah, but Carl, I'm going to let you in on a little secret.
It's not.
It's not real.
Maybe they made a dummy of him.
That's like my wife watches this TV series on Netflix called The Resident about these doctors in an emergency room, and they often show the gruesome cutting people open and the operations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
but it's a fictional show.
Yeah. And
it's all fake.
And my wife is like, oh my God. And I'm saying, remember, none of it's real. It's all makeup effects.
There is real shows you can find.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to see
the real stuff.
No, don't need to see that.
I don't either.
That's the thing with me, Carl. I can watch a show like The Resident and go, okay, I know that's fake, so it doesn't affect me. But if someone shows me their cut, I start getting lightheaded.
Cut?
Yeah, like if someone says, oh, I cut my finger open, look at this. And, man, I'm saying, oh my God. Oh, if it's a real thing, a real wound.
Like a Band-Aid cut? Or
no, not like a paper cut. I'm talking about, oh, I went and I got stitches. Look at that. Or I don't want to see that. It's like, oh man, it hits me. I can watch Dawn of the Dead where people are ripping intestines out of each other.
You can separate.
Yeah, but I know it's fake. So I know it's fake. I know it's makeup effects. So it doesn't really bother me. But, a real operation, if you're going to show me that, oh man, I don't want to look at that.
So what I was saying is when Jeremy Renner gets shot in the head, or in the face, and just slumps down, it looks real as fuck.
Yep. So obviously Jeremy Renner does not make it through this movie if you've never seen it. So look out for that. Look out for Jeremy Renner getting shot in the face. Carl. So that
you told me to go ahead.
I know. I did.
Cut it out.
Well, that's Carl's number one heist movie. You said you had a bunch of others, so what honorable mentions do you have? Of course, the Ocean's movies.
Yeah, that was obvious. Three Kings,
yes. That another Clooney right there. Three Kings.
Oh, yeah. Inside Man.
Inside Man, is that with who's in Inside Man?
Denzel and
Denzel Washington. That's right.
Yeah. Directed by Spike Lee. Inception. Is it a heist? I think it is.
Inception. Is it a heist?
I think so.
It's a reverse heist.
It is kind of a reverse heist.
Because they are not getting something, they are implanting something.
True. Usual Suspects.
Usual Suspects, of course. Yes. Great movie. What about Heat?
Yeah, that's obvious also. I didn't even put it on my list.
Yes, you didn't.
One of the greatest heist scenes ever made.
Yep.
Maybe the best.
Destroy All Movies can be found at not destroyallmovies.net. That's a very old address. Damshow.co. That's where you can find our back episodes. And also, if you want to send an email, you send it to Carl.
destroymail@gmail.com.
That's right. destroymail@gmail.com. All right. Well, that was our top 5. Tune in next week for John Krasinski and what's her face?
Natalie
Portman in
that little actress
in the Apple TV original Fountain of Youth, or as Joe Pesci would call it, Fountain of Youth. All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Good night, Dan.